I'm going to go ahead and call that a successful first set. But I kind of come to the realization that although leg curls and leg extensions are great for isolating, each muscle that they're supposed to, I don't know, I just needed, or I need to mix things up pretty good. I just felt like I was kind of getting in a routine of just always doing, especially on my second leg day, which is today, always starting with leg curls and then leg extensions and then finishing with some kind of press or squat. And don't get me wrong, it works great, but I don't know, at a certain point, you got to, as Arnold once said, you got to shock your muscles. You got to mix things up, and it's a very fine line because I feel like a lot of times people try to mix things up too much. They don't give their body time to adapt and actually get stronger. Um, but then also, like I just said, on the other hand, you get in you kind of fall into a routine, and after a while, your body's just gonna, it's not required to grow or get stronger if you're doing the same thing over and over again. So, and I was kind of doing that. So, as you can tell, we started with some. It's very modified, but I put my just right above my knee, right where your teardrop is, up against the Smith machine bar. I have these 5 pound plates under my toes to even have me back on my heels more to try to feel it. Just any advantage I can get, I'm gonna try to do. It's not even an advantage, but it's just I feel like I said, it pushes me back more on my heels, so I'm working my hamstrings that much more, just naturally. Like I don't have to think about it as much. Um, and then yeah, just get the dumbbells, and it's kind of a RDL mixed with a stiff legged deadlift because this bar, having my knee up against this bar does keep my legs pretty straight, but every now and then I can feel them just slightly wanting to bend, and that's natural. It's just that's gonna happen. But that what do I got? I got the hundreds. That weight wasn't terrible. I was going kind of slow because I'm not really worried about how much I'm lifting right here. Although, it's significant weight. Don't get me wrong, but I could definitely go a little heavier probably. But I think I'm just gonna stick with this weight for 2 more sets, and that'll probably be it here. No drop set. So let's just do 2 more sets here. Really try to. Oh yeah, and if you have lifting straps, good idea to use them here. You don't want your grip being the first thing to kind of give out, because that's really going to limit how much you can lift and how well you're actually able to perform the lift. That is obviously not something you want to be compromised at all. So, but anyways, yeah, let's do 2 more here. I don't know. I don't know if I'm in the minority here, but for me, this is one of those exercises that while you're doing it, it sucks, dude. Everything about it, in terms of the difficulty, you know what I mean? It is extremely tough. And again, like I said, that's just for me. Maybe some of you out there feel differently, but just everything about it is difficult. But as soon as I'm done with each set, immediately I'm kind of like, okay, that was fucking badass. So it's usually the best things are the toughest or the most difficult things to do. So again, you just kind of ask yourself, how much do you really want it? It's as simple as that. And it's very quick. Like this set is only gonna last like what 20 seconds probably. I mean, if you can't handle a tough 20 seconds, then again, you just don't want it, in my opinion. All right. Anyways, let's do this next one. This is probably going to be a routine that I try to do for a couple months straight, and I'm gonna guess every couple weeks I'm gonna be able. I mean, honestly, I could go up and weight right now, but just trying to play it smart. There's no sense in rushing the process here, but I'm gonna guess every couple weeks I'll be able to go up comfortably. So next week I'll go up to maybe the 105s or the 110s even. Do a couple weeks like that, and then kind of rinse and repeat until it gets to the point where I can't keep going up. So another good set. Let's do one more. We're done here. Let's move on. Like I said, I'm trying to mix things up today. A little different, so I'm gonna do hack squats next. If I can catch my breath. Those were tough. That's why I have a love-hate relationship with this exercise. All right, let me quit procrastinating and get over there. All right, same thing as last Sunday, really. I mean, feet pretty low, close together, and a lot of that tension is going to be from my toes rather than mid-foot like I would if I was going for a powerlifting style squat with the barbell. So again, this is going to be mainly quad focused. And I don't know, I have the weight on here that I ended with Sunday. I kind of progressed up in weight till I found that perfect sweet spot. But honestly, I feel like because Sunday I finished with this. This was the last thing I did after barbell squats, leg curls, leg extensions. So I have a feeling this is going to be not light per se, but lighter than what it felt Sunday. So I might be able to work up to 4 plates here. Not that really the weight matters, but I do want to start pushing. I want to be careful how I say this. I do want to start really challenging myself with the weight, but in a higher rep range. So like a lot of times where I would really challenge myself is with a compound bench or squat, and it'd be like a heavy set of 5 or something. That's the kind of challenge that I really strive for, and it's usually only 2 3 sets. But I want to start finding that perfect sweet spot of like 8 to 12 reps, but an extremely challenging 8 to 12. Not just kind of getting 8 to 12, and then still having 2 or 3 left in the tank. Not, I mean, I really didn't do that much, but the closer I get to the end of my workout, that's kind of the method I would adopt. And I still believe that's the right way to do it. But I just, at least for a stretch, I really want to start challenging myself with the rep ranges being a little higher than just like 5 to 7, but still heavy for that rep range and really challenging. So I have a feeling I'll get, I don't know. You know what? Let's not even try to guess. Let's just do this set. If I can go up, I'll go up to 4 plates. If not, I'll stick here. My knees are a little achy. And I think it's because I did all that squatting and stuff Sunday. So hopefully I can, manage. I think I can, but you never know. So let's just do this one. I don't know how many I did. Again, Jesus Christ. Well, I'm gonna go back and count on the playback. I'm gonna say if I did more than 12, we'll go up to 4. Well, I did exactly 12, but I'm pretty sure I could have done 1 to maybe even 2 more reps. So considering that, I figured fuck it, why not? Go up to 4 plates each side. I think I can get a good at least 8 or 9 reps squatting it like this. I mean, who knows? I could be wrong. I might only get 5. I mean, I doubt it, but so like I said, as long as I can get 8, we'll do a couple more sets here with this weight. But this is kind of why I wanted to switch my Wednesday leg routine a little bit, just because the leg extension machine, like I've said several times, it's just getting too easy. It's getting too light. So I'm, bringing my feet down and close like this. Just 1 set, my quads are already burning a little bit. So I know doing 2 more sets like this, it's going to, let's just say, my quads are going to start growing. I think a lot more. Maybe not a lot more is the right way to say it, but they're going to respond better and get stronger and a little bit bigger doing this because I have a lot more weight, so it's challenging my quads a lot more. I mean, like I said, if I can keep it in that rep range, that good sweet spot, I think it's going to help my quads a lot. And then, like I said, at the end, I'll finish with a couple sets of leg extensions just to really, get a couple sets of higher reps in there. But this is right here is really where I'm trying to see the change and the difference. Okay. I think I was 10. Actually, a little easier than I thought. Not that it was easy. It was definitely tough, but you guys know what I mean. Do I dare go up and wait for this last one? I'm highly considering it. You guys will find out here in a second. All right, we're done. Well, we're done here. That was the ideal freaking set to end this with. That was awesome. All right, nothing else needs to be said. Let's move on. All right, I'm gonna treat these as kind of not finisher sets, but kind of just like polishing off my quads, and then I'll do some leg curls, same thing. I'm actually only leaning toward like doing like 2 sets here because I got on the stiff legged deadlifts, those felt great for my hamstrings, and then on those 3 sets of kind of Tom Platt style hack squats, those felt great on my quads. So when I say great, I mean they fucking demolished those muscles. You know what I mean? So everything after that is kind of just like I don't and I don't want to go too far with it. You know what I mean? I don't want to break down the muscle too much to where it kind of starts to have a negative effect because you can do that. It's actually really hard to do that, but you can. And I got to remember I train legs twice a week, so I don't need a ton of work. You know what I mean? I think a good 10 sets here today will be good. So and that's 2 more here, 2 more on leg curls. That'd be 10 total sets of legs. Probably it. So of course that could change. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. So let's do this first one. One more like that. Quads will be good to go. Wow. Ooh. All right, let's move on. All right, I don't know if you guys can tell, but at this portion of the workout, well, actually, when I started on leg extensions, I'm more or less focused on the quality rather than the quantity. I mean, really that's how you should always approach it. Actually, I would say you need to focus on both. I know it's kind of getting out of giving a straight answer there, but really you should focus on both. You should good reps, and then if you're training right, eating right, sleeping right, your quantity should be increasing too. Not each week, you're gonna have some down weeks. That's just a given. But over the course, like if you have a graph and you have a linear line or just a line in general showing your progression over, say, like 9 months, you're gonna have some dips in there. But as long as it's generally over that 9 months, it's going up. You're doing something right. So it's a little bit of both. But I guess I would say at this point I'm even focused a little more on quality rather than quantity. So, but yeah, let's just do two more. This is probably going to feel a lot heavier than what it normally does when I start with this. That's okay. That's the whole point of switching things up today. Kind of throwing my body off a little bit, keeping it guessing. And theoretically, it should respond and grow the more I do this. So, all right. All right, one more. Okay. That's all I got in me. That is it for today. Let's go pose. Okay. First initial kind of reaction to how just switching this leg day went. Like, of course, this is kind of a given. I don't even really think I have to say it. But the deeper I got into this leg workout, the more that I felt just my body being overall not being used to this order of doing things. So, like, by the time I got to the leg curls, the of course, I only did 2 sets, but both of those sets, my hamstrings were like almost shot. It was that kind of burn where it's like almost sore, like you have that feeling the next day or two after training a certain body part. That's what they felt like, which is kind of what I was wanting. It's kind of what I'm going for. But yeah, it's I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong. I see myself doing this routine probably. I don't know, man. I don't even like to put a timeline on it. I like to just kind of feel stuff out, and I can generally feel whenever it's time to switch something or not. But I'd like to think at least a couple months, maybe longer. It could be a lot longer than that. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, first initial reaction, dude, I freaking love it. My quads feel pumped up, hamstrings feel tight and sore already. So I mean, not much more you can ask for. So let's do some posing, see what they look like. Done. We're done. Dude, this has actually been a really fucking badass leg day. Really badass. Legs feel awesome. See a little bit more. Different lighting here. All right, now we're done. Let's get out of here.